Well, welcome everyone. We are so thankful to all of you who braved the snow and cold weather today to make it here to join us for this special dedication. And of course, congratulations to women's basketball. A nice win. A nice win always makes these events so much sweeter. It's so wonderful to see so many familiar faces, and some who are back to campus for the first time in many years. We are honored here today to have with us some of our former student athletes, coaches, and administrators. And whether you were a Bulldog or an Indian, we have a saying around here that applies to all. Once a Bulldog, always a Bulldog. How about a nice round of applause for all of our Bulldog student athletes? We're also blessed to have with us several members of our Distinguished Athletics Hall of Fame. We are so proud of all of your accomplishments, and today we celebrate the unveiling of our new Hall of Fame display in your honor. Hall of Fame members with us today include, and when I say your name, please stand, Liz Davies, women's basketball. A favorite around here, Beth Keneally Wandice. Beth was a women's basketball player, and she's our Senior Associate Athletic Director. Phyllis Ciccelli, women's basketball. Maurice Clare, men's basketball. Bernie DeWitt, men's basketball. Jeff Doppel, baseball. Brian Drought, baseball. Bob Else, men's basketball. John Feely, men's soccer. Phil Goss, cross country, track and field. Lise Want-Lepine, cross country, track and field. John McVeigh, men's basketball. Fred Reinhardt, track and field coach. James Silva, men's golf. David Sorfine, men's basketball. Kelsey O'Keefe Spear, women's basketball. And Kelsey has one of our youngest recruits with her today. An NLL, she's already committed an NLA signing for all of us. Richard Tellier, men's basketball. Mark Verrill, men's soccer. And the late Ed, we're thrilled to have him here, Tony DeQuatro, men's basketball. Did I miss any Hall of Famers? That's great. All of you, thank you so much for coming back. What great participation. We're really, really proud to have all of you back here today. A few thank yous. A big one to David Wesen and his development team, Megan Conley-Murphy, and especially Ed Magro. Ed, it seems like it was just yesterday that you and I drove down to Long Island and had dinner with Jeff, and we pitched him on the idea for a Hall of Fame display. And it's great to see this day actually come to fruition. Thank you for all your help. Also, a huge thank you to Jason Sullivan. This entire project was orchestrated by Jason, and he's the man, as you'll see later, to put all the content that is in the Hall of Fame display. His office for the last year and a half has been loaded with newspaper articles and clippings and statistic sheets and everything, bio information, to make sure that each one of our Hall of Famers had a proper tribute in there. So great job, Jason. Thank you. Thank you to Carol Coronado, Liz O'Neill, Marguerite Laughlin, Joe Fogarty, and Will Pettit, who all put together today's ribbon cutting ceremony, and Eric Meyer, of course, over in University Relations, who did an excellent job in bringing Tupper to the big screen, as you can see in a little bit. It was 30 years ago that 10 members were inducted into the very first Bryant Athletics Hall of Fame. Since that time, more than 100 student athletes, coaches, administrators, and contributors, and one memorable team have been enshrined in the Hall. For 30 years, the Hall of Fame never truly had a home, a place dedicated to honor those outstanding individuals who helped build Bryant Athletics into the Division I program that it is today. But thanks to the vision and the generosity of one individual, today the Hall of Fame has a place to call home. Hall of Famer Jeff Doppelt was an outstanding player on the baseball diamond. In fact, he hit the very first home run ever on Bryant's campus. But without his generosity, today would not be possible. And actually today, Jeff just gave us a beautiful, and when I say beautiful, absolutely beautiful, $50,000 check to help us finish off this project. So thank you, Jeff. During the past 3 years, we've been working hard to put together a display to capture the rich history of Bryant Athletics, and there's no better place than right here in the Mike and Karen Fisher lobby of the Chace Athletic Center. Fitting, as Mike was a member of the Hall of Fame men's basketball team that's celebrating the remarkable undefeated season 50 years ago. At this time, I'd like to introduce the man who ushered in the Division I era at Bryant University and provided many of these Hall of Famers the resources that they needed to become their very best, to become Hall of Famers. Everyone, the quarterback of Bryant University, our president, Ronald Mason.
Thank you very much, Bill, and thank you for your leadership of our athletic department. And I want to thank all of you who are here today, whether you're a Hall of Fame recipient or just a friend of a recipient, an athlete, a parent, or someone else. Katie and I have been so privileged to be here at Bryant, to see athletes participating as we watched our ladies just a few moments ago and Mary calmly urging them on to win. It was just wonderful to see them, and then we saw some of our former women basketball players come back, and then to see them and their families. And to see you. The athletes today are building their future reputation on your shoulders. You who are here, who are the Hall of Famers, who began in the class of 1987. I saw Ernie DeWitt from Newport. Before I even got here, I knew his name. I knew that shot. I asked him if he could work with some of our players here right before this doubleheader today to shoot like he used to shoot. And he went in that very first class in 1987. But today is a special day. And as Bill was saying, whether you were here before this campus, this facility, our new strength and conditioning facility, our new Conity indoor facility, our new turf fields, our football fields, our baseball fields, and our soon-to-be new locker rooms for the men and women's basketball. Whether you were here for that or whether you're here now, we're all family. We're all cheering one another to be successful, to carry on the tradition of excellence, not only in our athletic contests, but also in the academic classroom. I saw Fred Reinhardt walking in here after his name. Where's Fred? There he is. He's back there somewhere. Fred not only was a great coach, but a great professor as well. Where's he hiding? Fred, where are you? Come on, Fred, you gotta wave. Fred was one of those guys who was not only interested in the athletic success, but also the academic success. And I want to thank our coaches who are here now. They are taking some of the greatest students we've ever had and helping them to be great athletes. But we're here today to celebrate this new Hall of Fame. And as our athletic director, Bill Smith, just shared, it would not have been possible, as these facilities would not have been possible, without people stepping forward and helping us financially. And Jeff and Eileen, we want to thank you very much for your financial contributions. One of our trustees, Gordon Riblet and his wife Ursula are here, and they know in this capital campaign where we've almost raised $75 million, there's still time if you haven't yet contributed. It's for our students, for our athletes, to help them to be better prepared and better able to win. Today, we're here, and you'll see in just a short few moments, a great Hall of Fame. As Bill said, his team and Dave Wes's team in development have done an excellent job of putting everyone's picture and background in this digital age. And some of you may be happy to know we did not put your transcript. Academic transcript up here. We left that back in the archives so that you don't have to worry about future generations coming to see how did Grandpa do when he was a student athlete. Only the highlights of your athletic success will be on this wall. So it's a great day, and it's a great day for all of us at Bryant to welcome many of you back and to have this great unveiling. And it's now my great honor to welcome to this podium the beneficiary, the philanthropist who has made this possible, Jeff Bryant.
First, I want to thank Bill Smith for the opportunity to sponsor the Bryant University Athletic Wall of Fame for our Hall of Fame athletes. I was very impressed that Bill and Ed Magro drove out to meet me in Great Neck, New York to offer me the opportunity to sponsor the Wall of Fame. At the same time, it was something very meaningful to me. I wanted Bryant to play the Gonzaga Bulldogs in basketball, a game which I was able to arrange through contacts I developed in the Spokane area. The initial reaction to such a game was no interest. It was not what Bryant was looking for at the time, but Bill appreciated my efforts promoting this game. When Bill and Ed met with me a few months later, I felt compelled to insist that my sponsor of the Wall of Fame be contingent upon Bryant playing Gonzaga in basketball. Shortly thereafter, Gonzaga tendered a contract to Bryant for $85,000 to come to Spokane the following season. A few months later, the game became a reality. My idea for a battle of the Bulldogs in the Wall of Fame. I remember telling Bill I wanted to be the first name listed as sponsor, and his reply, "You would be the only name." So the story behind the Wall of Fame is a collaboration of Bryant playing Gonzaga and my $100,000 commitment as a sole sponsor. But the story doesn't end here. The following February, Gonzaga went to #1 in the polls and stayed there for the remainder of the regular season. Bryant had opened up against preseason #1 Indiana and would face the final #1 team opening day the following November. Boy, we've come a long way since the Naismith Conference. I received an email from Bill right after in which he was describing this as unbelievable. Indiana was #1 in the polls and now Gonzaga. Teams should be paying us twice market because they shoot to the top of the polls as soon as we sign the contract. Well, guess what? We signed the contract to play Gonzaga again for this season, and surprise, surprise, Gonzaga is once again #1 in the polls. I hope everybody enjoys the interactive features of this beautiful Wall of Fame, and congratulations to all who have made it into the Athletic Hall of Fame. A well-deserved honor, and thank you all for being here today.
Photo op. Yep. Count of 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go.
As you can see,